It is the intended performance close air support mission, twisting and turning low over the battlefield. They can deliver devastating firepower to destroy enemy targets close to friendly ground forces. In its arsenal are a wide variety of modern weapons, all of them used effectively to attack enemy forces during the Gulf War. These include such precision-guided munitions as the Maverick missile and laser-guided bombs.
Victory 2, Lieutenant Rich Popeye Doyle and Lieutenant Bill Fathead. Let's watch them as they dive the F-14s down for the TAC turn demo. That's the section pop, brother. About the Corvus oil that is being used in the airplane so that you can see their performance, the Cool Cats, Showcopters, and the Blue Angels, and a bunch of the other performers, including Frank Wright.
Down and complete. 360 degrees of arc, topped off by 360 degrees of aileron roll. Down at Air Show right, we pull the nose up 45 degrees, roll the airplane, stop it up the knife edge. Roll another 90 degrees to upside down, let the airplane slow down. Now we pull back gently on the stick. Now harder, even more harder. Again, the G-force is pushing us down in the seat pan as we come across and perform a nice and easy aileron slow roll down the entire flight line. Let's watch for him to roll the aircraft onto its left wingtip and push hard outside in the Auric power vacuum. The negative G's trying to throw him outside of the cockpit with you strapped very uncomfortably into the front right now. Things aren't quite clean enough. Let's go right into the rolling 360-degree turn, the micro sweep. Or not, but that rolling 360-degree maneuver utilizes all of the controls of the aircraft simultaneously. A very difficult maneuver done very precisely by a veteran air show pilot, Frank V. Wright III. As we go up, let's perform the 4-point hammerhead and go over those 4 reasons to own an Auric XL. It's powerful, it's lightweight, it's rugged, and it's dependable. Frank comes back in. We're going to go back into the cockpit with him.
And Frank, we've got you again on the radio. Why don't you tell us one of the things that makes the Auric XL such a fantastic vacuum?
Well, you know, Doug, there's so many things that make it an outstanding vacuum cleaner. There's one that sticks out in mind that might be fun here. Let me demonstrate that with my smoke. Well, let me feel on this, if you will. Give me a second here. We got some strong winds here.
From your right, at over 200 miles an hour in the Auric XL Super Chipmunk, 7G pull to the vertical. We'll roll this airplane on the way up and let it slow down all the way until we shift into the reverse and back down through our own smoke. Are you ready? Here we go. Clutch it, shift it, and back up. One airplane link, two airplane links, disappearing in his own cloud of smoke. Gravity finally winning this game, and let's recover the airplane the hard way, upside down. Now, Frank is truly an athlete, as are all of these fine flyers.
Points that out. He was flying F-100s, shooting at the very airplanes that he's flying. White truck you see out there, that white truck facing us is the center point for the Blue Angels show, so the team can see exactly where they're headed when they're spread out across the sky. Bill takes the airplane up and over the top. As he does this, he tilts his head back to pick up the opposite horizon. As the nose comes towards the horizon, he squares the wings. He's also looking at the runway, by looking straight up from where he is right now, looking up at the runway. Can you imagine that? And that's how he realigns himself and sees how this crosswind is moving him. Back down across the backside now. The G-forces approach 7 times, and right about here, he's running and groaning real good. There is 8 Gs, 8 times the force of gravity, slamming him back into his ejection seat as he now lifts the nose and starts to unload the wing. That is, start to lighten up that G-load and let the airplane float. On behalf of Bill Reisman. Bill's slowing down here now for his extremely, what does he call this? His very, really dirty pass. He's got the speed brakes out. The wind is turned so it's almost directly crosswind right now. And as he heads away from us here, I want you to look. You can see the speed brakes under the tail. See it coming out on the side of the tail?
You can attack on Pearl Harbor was all likely. They felt that Japan no great benefits. Imagine now if you will the freedom of the USS Savannah, the Arizona, the Maryland, and other shipping war listening to churches all summer on the little radio. And ladies and gentlemen, we're experimenting with something new on that day. Radio. And something new that single radar site picks up some approaching aircraft. So the commanding officer says, not to worry, it's only a flight of inbound B-17 coming into the mainland. It is 7:55 a.m. That's Sunday morning, December 7th, 1921. And ladies and gentlemen, you are there. Japanese Imperial Navy approached as the Japanese continue to attack Pearl Harbor. Another war. 12 B-17s do finally
Stay home. Bomb bay doors open. We appreciate Buddy Duddy coming down and helping us out with the flying this morning and participating with our Tora routine. Your
will now return to show center, demonstrating the Eagle's exceptional turn capability. In this turn, the pilot will be pressed deep into the seat by a force greater than 8 times its normal weight. touchdown at in Netherland, Colorado. His name is Mr. John Bowman. On the left wing, we've got a young man that comes from the state where they make all the cheese and where the Green Bay Packers make them happy. And the middle finger one on each side of the little one. Now as they pull over the top, you'll see them form up into the diamond formation. The pilot moves in the diamond. Turnaround and setting up for a beautiful 1930s diamond loop in the sky. You want to get a picture of this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the way it was in 1927. Look at him up and over the top, maintaining a positive G as they go around in an outstanding diamond formation. We're going to show you a big arrowhead loop in the sky, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it don't get any better than that. Now they will transition back into the diamond formation. Hi, you guys. Watch this. The slot pilot back into place now. Up and over the top into a half of a Cuban 8, 5/8 of a loop. They will roll out on the 45 in unison. Okay. Maintaining a beautiful diamond again back on the stick. I like pictures when you can see the diamond as it is. Watch him now, you're going to want to take a picture of this. Ladies and gentlemen, we call this a diamond cluster hammerhead. Get a picture, hold it, take it now. It don't get much better, I'll tell you. That is what we call the diamond hammerhead. In the echelon formation, a big hole in the sky. This is Oceana Air Show. One more time. Again up and over the top, maintaining a beautiful in-trail formation. And now half of the Cuban 8. You know, there's an old saying in the stairman, if you want to go up, you pull the stick back. If you want to go down, you pull it back further. I'm very proud of our young pilots. They do a beautiful job of these vintage airplanes.
Radar-guided AIM-7 Sparrow missiles and heat-seeking AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles. It has an internally mounted 20mm cannon that sprays bullets at a rate of 100. Steve will reposition his aircraft for the next maneuver. Captain Longfield demonstrates the agility of the Hornet in changing direction. Steve will demonstrate this by putting the aircraft through a minimum radius, maximum rate, 360-degree turn. During the turn, which will be flown in full afterburner, Steve will experience over 6 times the force of gravity, or 6 Gs. This means that in the cockpit, his body weight will rise to nearly 1,000 pounds, and the complete weight of the aircraft will rise to 200,000 pounds. From the right, in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Steve Longfield in the 360-degree minimum radius turn. The minimum radius, maximum rate, 360-degree level turn. Side at over 30,000 feet per minute. Captain Longfield finishes the square leg. 120 knots. impressive power-to-weight ratio of the CF-18 Hornet. Later on in the show, he'll be joined by the Cool Cut Showcopters for a portion of the show, and that might give you kind of a hint of what you've got in store. Incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, look around you. Look around you. If you're missing some side snap rolls on the way up, at very low airspeed, he dips that nose down one more time. 1 1/2 rolls is going to end him inverted. He is pushing hard, leveling 15 feet above the ground. 2 upright one more time. This is called the Hooey Loop. It's an inside-outside loop with a tumble at the top. The first half is inside or positive G. The second half is outside or negative G. At the bottom, as a matter of fact, Sean is experiencing over 6 negative G's trying to throw him out of the cockpit as he rolls to inverted one more time. This is called the Tucker Upper. It starts inverted, it ends inverted, and watch for the tumble in the middle. He's going to stop it right there on its back at very low airspeed. Watch as he follows it by pulling the nose all the way through the horizon. Now, many of you have seen hammerheads perform probably many times, but I guarantee you, unless you've seen Sean fly, you've never seen this. It's the double hammerhead, a quarter roll, followed by a shoulder roll. He's going to hold it there. Let that airspeed bleed off to 0, and he's going to perform not 1, but 2 consecutive hammerheads. There's 1, and all the way around for number 2. Give him a great big round of applause, showing you his many original maneuvers. Pulling all the way up in the airplane, and he is going to slow it down to a ground speed of approximately 30 miles an hour. Now, what's so amazing about that, ladies and gentlemen, is this aircraft stalls at approximately 67 miles an hour. What Sean is doing is completely killing all of the lift on those wings. They are producing 0 lift. He is using that giant 3-bladed propeller to funnel an awful lot of air between those wings, and he's turning the side of the fuselage into a wing. And as he is joined by the Cool Cut Showcopter, Sean is showing you just how slow he can fly this incredible machine. And as he hovers down the flight line, he is actually looking out of the floor of the aircraft. It has a transparent Lexan panel in the bottom. So give him a great big wave down at Air Show right, because he is looking at you. He can't hear you, but he can definitely see you. The limiting factors, incidentally, in this maneuver for Sean are just the temperatures. In addition to that, in 1992, Sean was the winner of the Art Scholl Memorial Showmanship 500.
Through the horizon inverted. As the aircraft accelerates, it's rolled upright. The nose is pulled up and over the top again, and the maneuver is duplicated in the opposite direction. The F-14 Tomcat, a simulated wave-off. Select full afterburners and accelerate away from the deck.
Shockwave has 2 jet engines.
Yeah.
But my man Ken High's got some advantages.
What's that?
He doesn't weigh but a fraction of what the Tomcat weighs. And even though he's going to start from a standing stop out at the end of the runway, I'm going to bet you another beer.
Yeah.
I won yesterday.
Yeah, well, we drew. We had a draw. It was a draw yesterday.
Well, no, I wasn't a draw.
Coming up from behind. Look at him. Look at him. You know, the Tomcat. He's winding those J34s up, but the Tomcat's got those F110. 60,000 pounds of thrust. Let's go see how this works out. Here comes the Tomcat moving in behind him, squaring up. Now, he's still got the wings out, so he can't go that fast with the wings up. Here we go. This is to give Ken a little advantage. Here we go.
Get set.
Here it comes.
And the race is on.
Holy cow, look at that. And Tomcat's in the power. Ken's picked where? And Ken's coming up. He's coming up, but I don't think he's going to catch him today.
Darren Martin. From Mount Airy, North Carolina, and Captain Rob Wonderly. From St. Louis, Missouri.
Here he comes. What's he going to do?
Flying wing number 2, the right wingman, and our Marine Corps representative from Springfield, Virginia, Major Pat Cook. Passing 90 degrees, nose up. The smoke comes on as Commander Dom calls for the diesel exit of Afterburner. But
You jump off the ground. What? Oh, look, Don, look at off the chair you go. Oh, you can see down there beneath. See?
on takeoff. Over the top, you get a platform view of the tight Blue Angel Diamond.
Minimum radius turn. Now, let's watch as both pilots sustain 6 times the pull of gravity required across their aircraft. To the right. Let's watch as the 3 wingmen smoothly shift back into the Blue Angel Diamond. Now the Blue Angel high speed to sneak into a target area virtually undetected. Lieutenant Bear will complete the maneuver with a series of vertical rolls, while Lieutenant Commander Shoal rendezvous with the Diamond to the right. Toward Commander Dom's aircraft. Experiencing heavy G, they'll climb straight up to the vertical as they perform the very difficult 5-plane line abreast loop. At an altitude of 7,000 feet, the powers these as the aircraft round out the backside of this looping maneuver. Climbing into the vertical, Commander Dom calls for another formation change prior to detaching Blue Angel number 5. Point in the inverted position. The opposing 4-point hesitation roll.
maximum performance climb with a split S reversal. They have visually acquired each other and are converging to crossover center point with minimum separation. Each pilot will roll as aircraft 270 degrees in ripple fashion. Take separation and rejoin Commander Dom in the diamond formation. Lieutenant Commander Scholl, were you virtually standing Blue Angels 5 and 6 on their tails? At less than 120 miles per hour, the state-of-the-art flight controls provide slow-speed handling second to none. Passing center point, both pilots will select full afterburner, commanding 32,000 pounds of thrust to demonstrate the additional climb and acceleration capability of the F-18. From the left, the section, High Alpha Pass. Very graceful barrel roll break. Over the top, you get a plan for view of the Blue Angel Delta formation. As they exit to the left, Commander Dom is elected to lead the lane. On the left, at 450 miles per hour, the Blue Angel, Fleur-de-Lis. The wings of Commander Dom in Blue Angel number 1. With the Fleur-de-Lis rendezvous complete, the Dom will pass before you and exit the flight line to the right. Solo pilots are rejoining the Diamond for another Delta maneuver. As they rendezvous, let's watch as Commander Dom execute the reversal turn, rolling on the formation. As they pass before you, you should get a good look at the Delta set used by the 5 wingmen. The vertical. Commander Dom tilts his head back, picking up the flight line here at Naval Air Station Oceana. Over the top. He's floating the formation to put them directly over show center point. Now, watch closely as Commander Dom calls, smoke gone, ready break. Watch this next maneuver carefully from 6 different directions with maximum speed and minimum separation. They'll converge on center point and cross with a combined close rate of nearly 1,000 miles per hour.
Oh my gosh. 600?
Open on the 15th of March and runs continuously each weekend through mid-November. The Blue Angel will be performing 66 flight demonstrations this season while visiting. Represents a time-honored tradition of pride, professionalism, and excellence, spanning 86 years of naval aviation. The 1997 team takes a great deal of pride in saluting Navy and Marine pilots, maintenance crews, and support personnel everywhere. From the left, the Blue Angels, 1997. One of the unique demands, each requires skill, which the naval aviator must master in order to perform, and all the demonstration pilots will be performing a carrier approach. Approaching the runway from the left, Commander Dom is confirming that the elite Blue Angel maintenance crew, through hard work, many 50 years, provided us with a 100% aircraft availability. Maintenance chiefs Dennis Thurkelson from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and Scott Johnson from New Orleans.